how cool it was being a part of this project. I mean, we dug through the archives a bunch, and one day one of the producers on the project found this, which is, as far as I know, the only time a Disney artist ever drew Mickey and Oswald together. It came from 1935, 7 years after Walt lost the rights to Oswald to Carl Laemmle's company, Universal. So I had this idea that somewhere Walt was saying, yeah, I'm going to send this nice friendly note to Carl, but really I'm thinking, you could have had Mickey Mouse. So just to give you an idea of who he was, I mean, this was a very early Oswald cartoon. Really remarkable sort of cartoon. You know what? If I show all of this, we're not going to get anywhere. So I'm gonna skip ahead. Sorry. Hey, you can buy the Disney Treasures set and see Oswald for yourself. You know? These in fact are cartoons that we used in the game as inspiration. So you can see elements of these cartoons when you play Disney and Mickey. You can see. I mean, one thing that you have to know about Oswald is he was always falling in love. Every cartoon he fell in love with a different, cat. We don't talk much about that. Or rabbit. And in our game together, you'll get to interact with their 420 bunny children. Okay, moving along. So, you've already seen that. Don't worry about it. That really was. No, I do want to show that. Sorry. Let's see if I can get it to work. Can you get it to work? Well, of course not. Okay, anyway, that moment that you just saw a split second of was the first time Oswald appeared on screen in a Disney story in 82 years. And every time I see that, I just get a little thrill. And the thing that's just amazing to me is, how many of you are gamers here? How many of you? Okay. All right. So think about this. You know, after years of neglect and being scorned, one of the largest media companies in the world decided that the way to introduce Oswald to the world again was in a video game. Think about what that means about our place in popular culture. And sleep well tonight. Okay, so I have a bunch more clips that really don't seem to want to play. How exciting for all of us. Yeah, cool. This is completely, oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. I'm skipping past a bunch of these. Hold on. Let's see if I can get these to play. So, early in the game. Oswald's role is to play. This frame rate's better actually in the game. Oswald's role early in the game is to play the White Rabbit. Basically, he's the thing that keeps you going through the game. And let's see if this one plays. Nope. I don't know what's going on. We're going to skip the videos.
We'll get to the questions even faster.
There you go. I was getting surly. Let's try this one. I tried this right before the panel started. Yeah, of course. Now. Oh my gosh, okay, so I can't show you video. Maybe if we get through the Q&A, I'll try it again. I'll load up the presentation for us. But the key thing is, Oswald and Mickey have a terrific relationship. You're going to experience this guy in a whole, everything is new about Oswald. And I hope you all love him as much as I do, and as much as the team does, because he really does deserve better than he's had. And I do think he's going to end up as a movie star and a plush toy and everything else you can imagine. He's a terrific little actor. So with that, let's hope the next little presentation actually works. And we'll turn it over to Valia.
Yeah, so before, I'd like to introduce Dario. Actually, Dario Dezzani is the senior manager of Disney Publishing Worldwide. And if you look at him, he's like 24 years old, which is completely amazing for him to have such an awesome job at such a young age. And so we're turning it over. And he'll be telling us a little bit about how the story of Disney Epic Mickey doesn't just start and end with the video game.
And he talks with this weird, he likes to pretend he's Italian, and he puts on this Italian accent. So, you know, just bear with him.
Please, just forgive me. We at Disney Publishing have been doing comics for a while now, say 80 years with Mickey Mouse. And we thought it was an amazing opportunity for us to do comics with Epic Mickey. Actually, it went another way. It was Warren coming to us saying, you guys do great comics with Mickey, why don't we do something together? And we said, like, okay. And we said, okay, let's develop something together. And what we thought it was like creating the whole world before the game happened. It happened in a conversation with Warren. And we said, okay, why don't we create the prequel of the game with comics? And this is what we did. We created some bunch of stories with Peter's help. I'm glad to introduce Peter as well, Peter David, the author of the Digicomics. So what we did, we created 8 stories, 6 stories of each Excel. And what we did is that we introduced the Wasteland, so the place where all the forgotten characters live. And we are basically introducing the whole world of the game. And Peter, can you tell a little bit of?
Yeah. What's really kind of cool about the Digicomics is that it sets the stage for Wasteland in terms of what it was like before the accident that you saw Mickey perform during the opening material. Wasteland was really a wonderful place. It was the happiest place off Earth. And the Digicomics are all set before the disaster that Mickey inadvertently caused. And that really supplements and fleshes out the background of the world and gives you a feel for the level of disaster that is visited on Wasteland by Mickey's inadvertent intervention.
Yeah, one thing that early on when Peter and I started talking, when I was talking with Dario and the folks at the comics part of the company, was, games are very good at expressing, like, here's what's happening right this minute, but we're not great at backstory. Either we have to say, read this book that you pulled off a shelf, or listen to this audio recording, or watch this video. And it's often hard for us to get inside characters' heads in a game, because you need to be looking through the eyes, if not literally, then virtually, of the character you're playing. So understanding what other characters are feeling and what their motivations are and where they're coming from is very hard for us. But when you have a writer like Peter on board, he can get inside the heads of those characters. And so, you don't have to read the comics to understand the game, obviously, but if you do, you'll have a much richer understanding of who these characters are. And in particular, like up here on the right, in this story, the Mad Doctor you saw in the introduction, here he is, on the phone with Oswald. They have a relationship that is explored in here that we just sort of hint at in the game. In the game, I'll tell you right now, they're not friends anymore. And so here you get to see them as friends and sort of learn what happened to them before the game started. It's a cool idea.
And the exceptional thing for us working with Digicomics and Epic Mickey is that for the very first time in our history, we are developing comics that are originally created and published first in digital and then in print. Just to give you the idea, the way we are going to distribute the Digicomics is through a fantastic app that is going to be released early in 10 days. It will be available on iPhone and iPad. The app will be free, and it will carry a lot of content from the game, the video trailer of the game, all the background.
Yeah, and let's hope the video works. Oh, wait, where'd it go? Uh-oh, hold on. Oh, no, there it is.
It's a screen for yeah. So we introduce you to the wasteland first. Here you see some parts of the map are grayed out, and we kindly invite you to come back on the app, because week after week, as soon as we approach the street date of the game, we are going to unveil more details of the map. Here we have characters descriptions, characters backgrounds.
Tell me you don't want this.
And of course, the stories are done in Digicomics format. For those of you who are not familiar with Digicomics, Digicomics is the way we deliver comics in a digital format in Disney. And you have the so-called panel-by-panel experience with zooming and transitions and audio effects. And you can flip through the pages. You have both portrait and landscape mode. Stories there will be some free stories and some premium stories, of course, but very cheap. And of course, the more we proceed, and the more we get close to the release of the game, we are going to do more updates with editorial content on the game and more stories that are taken from the game itself. And here's where the graphic novel comes into play.
And the power of the brush.
So there you go. So let me actually get back here because
We love doing comics with Warren so much that we said, okay, let's do more. And we said, okay, let's do the graphic novel on the game, a totally different touch. And this is the game in a comics format.
So you'll be able to get the story of the game told by Peter David, and in an art style that I think it reflects some of the sort of sophistication, if I can say that, of the game palette.